on Arabia yet again because it's my favourite map and I'm doing the casting, so why the hell not? Anyway, let's check out what we've got. Playing in the Huns as the blue, we have Jordan 23. On his team, playing in the red, playing as the Mongols, we have TheViper. The team playing against them will be RVK Basher, playing as the Huns, probably better known as Hassan, and over in the green, playing as the Mayans, as City Hunter, but in depth actually, back Jofro, we should be in for a good game. Definitely some good people here, especially back Jofro recently. He's hit 2.5k I think recently, which is pretty damn good. He's getting up there, definitely. He's played a lot of games against Viper. I know he's played a lot against Hassan, so he's definitely getting up there. So I'm interested to see how well he plays in this, especially in the team game. Haven't seen him play a team game in a while. I've usually just watched the 1v1s. So saying that, actually, we've got Viper and Jordan on a team, debatably one of the best 2v2 teams we will see. Both extremely close, play a lot of games together, and well, just known as an extremely good team. Hassan and Bakjofro, don't know if they've ever played together before. I know they've played a lot of 1v1s, team-wise, can't be sure. But I am sure we'll find out. So let's have a quick look at the maps. For Jordan, he's got gold on the front, berries on the front, stone on the front, gold tucked away back here, but still on the base of a hill, not too nice. The wood isn't too bad, actually. He's got one over here as well, but quite far away from the town centre. Could see a barracks and archery, smith, stable and whatnot go down across here to try and defend this kind of gold area here. Might even go down further around, depending on how he wants to do it, really. Deer towards the front as well could be an option, but he will be straying fairly far away from the town centre, so it could be hard to deal with if a drush comes in. But then again, in 2v2, drush isn't the most common tactic in the world. For Viper, we have a gold to the back here, not too bad. Main gold in the front here, pretty much directly in Bakjofro's way of getting into his base. However, he can wall off this area here pretty simply if he wants to. Barracks, stable, archer range, or whatever he decides to go for. Barracks, yes, it looks like he's going for a bit of a wall off here. It looks like he will be trying to secure this side. His other gold and stone are towards the middle of the map here between him and Jordan. Wood-wise, though, he's got pretty good, honestly. He's got one at the back here. He's got one at the front here as well as one down here. So he might actually choose to split his wood depending on what he decides to do. Deer to the front, definitely not going to be going for that, but there's a wall off there as well. Does have a stone in here. Of course, playing as the Mongols, if he wants to go straight to Castle Age and spam Mangadai, could be an option. Scout's also an option there for him, depending on what he wants to go for. Bakjofro actually going for a drush here, and it might hit kind of late. Jordan's already upping on 22 pop. How about Viper? Viper's already in Feudal Age on 20. Looks like he's going for 20 pop Scouts, honestly. And he hasn't finished as well. Yes, 20 pop Scouts are out for Viper. A very dangerous thing you can do to your opponents. Because, of course, and if he goes on to Bakjofro right now, this is going to be really hard to defend. Because he won't be in Feudal Age to get spears out. He'll have to fight with his villagers. He'll have to stay around the town center. Could be extremely annoying for him. Let's just hope Viper goes towards him. And let's just have a quick look at his map. Gold towards the back here, berries around here, stone over here, is walling off using these woods, hasn't split his wood or anything yet. Looks like he's going for deer though, of course off the back of the drush, not that incredibly new. Jordan hitting the Feudal Age now, gold is up over here, in the front of Bakjofro, and there's also a gold in the back here, and it looks like he's going to be walling off this entire section by the looks of things. So that could be an interesting one for him, and he will have a lot of room actually, 2 stones here as well, especially playing as Mayans, you need that stone. Let's have a look quickly for Hassan. I don't think we've seen any attack come in yet, no. Let's see if we can get this done before the first attack hits. Gold outside of his walled off area, berries there, stone on here. Of course, stone for Huns, not the exact most needed thing in the world to have. He has actually done a complete wall off, which is kind of interesting. Chosen to do that already. Already on gold, he could be going for a fast castle here. Straight into cavalry archer, definitely an option for him. A few idols there actually. Stone towards the back, he does have this wood here completely secured. Can of course move to these ones if he needs, however harassment towers, things could be placed here. Over there would be a good place for a lumber camp. Here it's a bit hilly, maybe there. Not too bad. Bakjofro has come in with the militia. And what's the plan from Viper? Is he going... There we go, scouts are going across the map. However, they are retreating actually to try and deal with this drush. Looks like we've got the stone wall off going down for Jordan, actually. Going to be quite interesting there. Let's actually have a look at Hassan. Still going up to feudal age, but going up on 26 pop. He has done a full wall off though, and that's a massive wall. So that really does explain why he's going up so late. And I say late, it's only like 12 minutes right now, so that's actually not too bad. Bad feudal would be about, a really bad feudal would be about now anyway. And that's on 22 pop. Ooh, this is bad for Bactrio Throw actually. Could lose a few militia here. Yes, gonna lose one, and the scouts are just about back to help deal with these guys. If he gets a good healed position, he has actually deleted a piece of his wall off over here just to get his scouts in. Could work out quite well. How's Jordan going with this wall off across here? Jordan, are you going up to castle or are you going scouts? Well, judging by this, I would say scouts. And there we go. We have Hassan up into feudal. Only one we are waiting on now is Bactrio Throw, if I can get to the right person. And he is only halfway towards there. 29 population up though at 13 minutes. Not bad considering he's put a drush off the back of that as well. However, it was really minimal effective. Viper did a really good job at just letting it bounce off him. Jordan at the moment looks like he's going to try and get some harass here. Double Palisade actually coming up for Hassan right now. This is actually quite a big deal. He is putting a lot of effort into walling off. Stonewall actually going off here, and he's going to have to build this quickly. These scouts are going to get through. If he doesn't fast wall this, might be able to just run through. Yes, he's fast walling. There we go. Alright, that should be fairly safe now. And there we go. Bactrio Throat joining us in the feudal age. And of course, having to go for that archery blacksmith because he doesn't have access to scouts. It's so sad. However, archery ranges are already up. Well, archery range is already up for Hassan. And right now, it looks like Viper's trying to get in to do some damage to Bactrio Throw, but looks like we have Team Wall and Team Semi-Wall and Team Stonewall. I guess even though it's 3 teams. I don't know. Close enough. Looking around quickly, going for the deer over here. Definitely going to give a good boost to the economy as long as they can't get harassed. And, well, with all this here, they won't be able to. Villager moving in. We'll have to rebuild another piece of wall here, and it should be in time quite easily. And might actually see Viper get in over here. Definitely could be an option, or over on this side here. Is actually a villager running out across the map right now. Not exactly 100% sure what it's trying to do. What's he going for with this? It's just kind of running around now. Market is up for our friend Bactrio Throw, and nearly going to be able to go castle actually if he wants to. Stonewalling this section here, looks like he is going to be trying to expand his outer perimeter. However, these scouts could do a bit of damage if they see him, but it looks like they're going towards Hassan right now. Going to be trying to help out Jordan. Looks like Jordan might just spot this though. Looks like we did see a fast wall there, not too shabby indeed. Bactrio Throw up to castle age. Hassan should be, yes. Viper, Jordan. Jordan is not. Viper is not. Saying that though, Viper about to advance and Jordan just about there, just needs a little bit more food. Looks like we've got one scout over here just toiling away, doing quite well, and that scout over there as well. Looks like we're going to be seeing most of a Castle Age warfare, which isn't too bad, because normally in team games it goes, they definitely generally bypass Dark Age starts, which is drushing, and sometimes you see a lot of feudal harassment, depending on if they're walled or not. In this case, they were both walled. In this case, pretty much everyone's walled, actually, so we're going to see quite a big Castle Age fight here, depending on if either player wants to boom and go straight to Imperial. Could be a good option actually for Bactrio Throw playing as the Mayans and Viper playing as Mongols. Mongols being of course an extremely powered, I want to say overpowered Imperial Civ if you can get them up to date. I mean, Siege Oniga Mangudai is definitely one of the most dangerous combinations you can see in most games. Still not saying it's easy to accomplish that. Viper Castle Age, it looks like anyone who's not? I think Jordan might be the only one who is not. Yes, Jordan is the only one who is not Castle Age right now. Cavalry Archer's already on the move for Hassan, however, no stable up for him, so he hasn't been able to get Bloodlines. No Bodkin either, which is kind of interesting. Over here, what are we seeing? A Town Center go up, and another one. Looks like we'll be seeing pretty much a straight boom from Bactrio Throw. Could go into a nice early castle, get some plumed archers, try and deal with that. Haven't seen any extra town centers for Hassan yet. Extra town centers going up for Viper. Jordan not even in the castle age yet, so can't tell exactly what he's going to do yet. Looks like these scouts here are going to be in a bit of trouble. And there's Jordan upping. Is he going to go for town centers? Yes, he is going for one town center. Not going for a second though by the looks of it. Has been taking stone, so he does have the resources for it. It just doesn't look like he wants to go for it right now. So it's really going to be... It looks like it's going to be a boom for Viper and back Jeffro. Putting up the 2 there, and you will have 1 up, and yes, your second one is also up. Castle going up already, actually. This is kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting that so quickly from back Jeffro. But then again, he did have quite a high population going up, so it was definitely a good option from him. Viper, no stone at all, so it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing Mangudai from him anytime soon. Looks like the main fighting will be between Jordan and Hassan right now. Of course, Viper, if he gets harassed at this point, could be in a lot of trouble, because he has next to no military. He has a few out already. Looks like, there we go, Viper signaling to Jordan that there is already a castle up on the way, which is, of course, really nice to tell your opponent, because it means, of course, they have taken stone. You know that, and they know this plumed archer's already out on the way. Viper actually having a lot of knights out in play right now, which I didn't realize. That's going to be really effective versus plumed archers. Cavalry archers, maybe, going to depend on how it plays out. University going up for Hassan, wants to get that ballistics. Mill, extremely efficient economy from him, actually. Doing quite well. Might need to redo this lumber camp, maybe. Jordan, 1 town center, 2 town center, 3 town center, 4, 2 town center. Extra, so he's on the 3, so it looks like the only person who's going for like a 3 town center boom style of play is Hassan, and you can really see that by the scores. Actually, if we look at the scores right now, this is actually amazing. I wasn't expecting it to be so different at this stage. Jordan on 2,700, Viper on 2,500, and then the other team we have Hassan on 2,200 and Badger on 1,900. Well, 2,000 now about. So that's really interesting. Of course, civs can really make a difference here, so we're about to see how things change. If Hassan gets a lot of harassment in, it could be really bad for Viper, especially if he parks some cavalry archers here. Saying that he might actually be able to run through here, that could be interesting. However, Jordan going for quite a big boom here. He has his bloodlines already. Hassan, do you have bloodlines yet? He does not, so it looks like Jordan's definitely winning in the upgrades here. Jordan's got the armor upgrades as well, actually. Looks like if he fights now, he's going to be in a really good position. Viper already having it too, which is nice. Got the +1 armor. Looks like they've spotted these cavalry archers out here, and looks like Jordan is moving out to try and get to them. We'll just do a quick pick around and check out the population. 71 for Jordan. I'm just trying a sec. Viper on 67. Jeffro on 61. And Hassan on 71. So it looks like Jordan and Hassan are really up there right now for their teams. Jordan actually doing a great job here, and I don't think he's being slinged, just to check, because you can really easily miss that in games like this, especially if one of them has a market. That's probably the easiest way to tell. University going up for Jordan now, no doubt going to have ballistics on the way, as soon as he has the resources, because of course ballistics being extremely extremely costly tech to get, and it looks like Viper actually picking off all these plumed archers here. Not good at all for back Jeffro. Spent so much time walling at the moment. Another town center going up for him, and I definitely heard something die. It could have been one of these plumed archers though. Viper walling off this area over here because he knows he's cut through, which is kind of nice. Bit of harassment over here from Hassan, which is nice. Jordan forced to move his lumber camp there, and wow, that is a big wall from Hassan. Wow. It's actually intense. Light cavalry is still hanging out around here by the looks of things. Castle keeping this area pretty safe, honestly. I can't really see any push. They will have to drop a forward siege workshop on either of these players actually to get in. Looks like we can see Hassan going for another town center now. Better late than never. These cavalry archers, yes, they do have bloodlines now. He's definitely got the biggest army. However, Jordan keeping it close with some good micro is definitely going to be able to stick up there. A few knights for a Viper. And we could actually see someone go imp sometime soon, actually. Wouldn't surprise me. Viper's actually got a lot of farms out already. He could be preparing to go imp. And looking at his resources right now, 600 food, 800 gold. It looks like he's about to go. As soon as he gets the resources. University is up. Has he got a monastery or something else up yet? No monastery. It looks like that'll be his next building. 1 idle. Not too bad of circumstances. Looks like we have even more cavalry archers running across the map for Hassan right now. Back to Jeffro being the only one that's really low at the moment. Hassan pretty much keeping in touch with Viper. However, Jordan having 400 points on Hassan right now. And this fight over here is going to make it even closer. Well, further away. There we go. Getting 1. Getting 2. Nearly getting 3 by the looks of things. It's extremely close. Sees Workshop and the universities. That looks like Viper's getting ready. And there we go. Imperial Age for Viper. Got enough resources for a castle there. Mangadai will be on the way. Let's have a quick look for... No, we cannot see the Bactriafro is going up. He's not actually anywhere close to going up. Hassan, nope. Jordan, nah. Looks like Viper's going to be the first one into Imp, and that's really going to be dangerous, especially if he gets some trebuchets out. We'll be able to really start drilling into Bactriafro, take out this castle, and that's really not going to be good for him, because of course he needs that to sustain that plumed archer production. Oh, this could be bad for Viper right now if all these cavalry archers get in. If these get in, they could completely wreck his economy right now, but no! He's going the other way! What? You could have just run in and killed everything. I mean, rape and pillage. That would have been a game changer, but it looks like it's not going to be. Looks like we can see Bactriafro has been asking for help here, as he is pretty much stuck in his base. He can't come out and help. And actually saying that, he doesn't even have fletching on these guys. I don't know if he realizes that. Viper at the moment. Yes, there's the castle going up. Could see another one quite soon if he decides to go for it. Cavalry archers will be fighting the knights here, but it looks like they will be backed up quite quickly. More cavalry archers from Jordan moving out across the map right now. Viper moving on to another stone mine, as well he wants to get more castles up, because he wants to increase that Mangadai production, of course. Let's actually have a look. Where's his smith? And I changed my hotkeys. There we go. Padded archer armor is on the way, so I'm going to assume he already has bodkin. There we go. Mangadai are on the way. Over here, these knights are just going to be killed off extremely quickly. Not a lot is going to be able to do about that. Jordan's cavalry archer army looking to be in the same league as Hassan. Hassan might have a few more, though. It's definitely close. Jordan, anyone else going up to Imp yet? Jordan is not. Bactriafro is. And Hassan is really low on all resources, actually. He's doing a good job at keeping them low. And it looks like whoever has this hill here will really have a good advantage going up. Plumed archers getting a bit of kills there, finally getting fletching on them. And it looks really close. It's too close to count, I reckon. Will he see them? Looks like Jordan is going to be on top of the hill here. However, plumed archers moving in as well. This could be a good engagement, actually, if Hassan decides to turn around, but no, he's not. Viper hitting the Imperial Age now, just waiting for that elite Mangadai, honestly. And another castle going up on the frontier to defend this golden stone. Definitely good placement there. Jordan moving forward with all of his cavalry archers fully upgraded at the moment. Hassan only lacking the +1 armor. Viper having the +2 attack, so he's up to bodkin. He's also got the +1 armor, which is extremely effective. Brace are already on. And it looks like he's going to be doing quite well, actually, and flaring down here for some reason, which I do not understand. Anyway, good push from Jordan coming out here, especially if it's backed by Viper. Could get a trebuchet or two out and really start drilling into Bactriafro. The scores actually aren't too far away right now, even saying that Jordan has 1,500 points on Bactriafro, but still Bactriafro hasn't really kicked into too much production yet. Viper having a lot of resources available, actually going for Mangadai quite heavily. Conscription is on the way. Anything else exciting that I'm missing on this map? There really hasn't been a lot of engagements at this stage, but I guess at this point it's really just saving up, because there's going to be a massive Imperial War that we're going to see. Either that or a massive Imperial Castle War. There's 2 players already in Imperial, 2 are in Castle. Looks like Jordan is choosing to engage here. The concave for Hassan here is actually really good. Upgrades are in favor of no one, and it looks like Jordan's going to be forced to retreat out of here. Looks like Jordan just took a good... Oh, it's so close. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could be a lot more bodies on there. I don't know. My forensic skills are not up to date. That's where they were signaling down here. They're going for markets. There we go. Going to wall off this side of the map, I'm guessing, and they're going to run their trade across there. Cavalry archers, of course, going to be able to absolutely completely destroy trade. Looks like, though, elite Mangadai on the way. Plumed archers being pushed out of position. Only still got the first armor upgrade on them, which is kind of interesting. Surprised he didn't go up to 2 smith, honestly, just to get those upgrades out quickly. And right now, Bactriafro are actually getting up there in the score right now. The scores are actually starting to tighten up a bit, because there will be one engagement, I reckon, and it'll be big, and that'll decide the game. Mangadai are moving out across. It looks like he's definitely got the upgrade advantage here. Of course, Plumed Archer's having an extra 1 defense, but it's just 30 extra hit points for the Mangadai are going to do it, honestly. Killing most of them off, and it looks like moving out across the map here could be trying to secure this area here. We can see that Hassan might be trying to kill off all of these Mangadai, could be running down here to check for trade, which could be really damaging actually if they lose their trade already. How about trade for you guys? Trade for these guys, not even established yet. I don't think they've even really started thinking about it. Moving in for Hassan right now. Viper taking the score lead at 200. I'm going to assume that Jordan is going up. Yes, he's just about to hit Imperial. Hassan only just started advancing, but still better than nothing. Ooh, getting cornered here. He's going to lose a few cavalry archers for nothing between these Mangadai and this castle. Villagers here on the idle, but no big deal. Plumed Archers as well. Going to need some heavy siege to get in. Could see some trebuchets. Castle actually going up on this hill. Definitely a good position, actually. And unless they can clear out all these cavalry archers and plumed archers, they're going to be having a lot of trouble to set up their trade. Speeding things along. Viper and Jordan definitely playing a good game here, keeping the front. Jordan just hitting Imperial now. Gonna see elite cavalry archer, well, heavy cavalry archer from him. Gonna see bracer. Chemistry even will be pretty good for him, honestly. Looks like the main fight, I reckon, will happen right around here. Viper's going to push out with Mangadai. They'll be backed up by cavalry archers. Looks like we've actually got Jordan going straight into towards Hassan, though. This could be really dangerous if the rest of these cavalry archers don't get here. A lot of cavalry archers out for Hassan, though. It could be. And then we got elite cavalry archer is done. Haven't seen bracer. Should be on the way, though. Just like chemistry. What's the plan here? Waiting for the rest of these guys to look at more Mangadai moving out. I reckon we're just going to see one big engagement, and that's going to be it. I'm guessing it's going to have a lot of siege rams because they're going plumed archer Mangadai. Not Mangadai, plumed archer cavalry archer is what I'm looking for. Looks like these cavalry archers over here, though, definitely taking advantage against Hassan's. That elite cavalry archer, of course, giving you quite a little bit of extra advantage. Plus, when he gets bracer, he has that extra range on him, which means he's going to be forcing... Well, it means that 2 lines of his will be able to attack while a single line of Hassan's will be able to. Hassan on top of this hill as well, getting quite a good bonus there, but I don't know if it's enough. Trebuchet is out for back throw, but I don't know if it's going to be enough right now. These cavalry archers are just everywhere. Mangadai are moving out as well. Might be able to catch these plumed archers as well, actually, if he gets there. And there we go, we do have Hassan up into the Imperial Age. Going to be able to go for elite cavalry archer, even this up. Of course, not wanting to engage while the upgrades are in heavily favour of Jordan. Chemistry done as well there, so completely upgraded. Very nice for them. Could be close. This is getting really close and really tense. I reckon there's going to be one big fight any minute now. And over here, saying that, he did catch these plumed archers, so that's really going to hurt Bactria for it, but he's still not out of it, and... no elite cavalry archer yet. The cavalry archers are, however, inside Hassan's base. Not going to be too nice. Mangadai are moving out. There's not many of them, but it's going to be enough. Come on, man. Looks like he's got brace. I haven't seen elite cavalry archer yet, which is probably one of the more important upgrades to get right now. Jordan's staying on this hill here as well. That's quite an important thing to note. He's using that hill there to his advantage. Best of it. How is this... What's the plan, guys? You need a plan. It looks like Viper moving out, grabbing even more stone. Siege rams coming out from Jordan, and I doubt they won't come out for Viper as well. Looks like the cavalry archers. He hasn't gone for elite, which is kind of interesting. I do find that extremely interesting. Going for skirmishes by the looks of things. Mass skirmisher, so he's going to really need to fight this off. Viper's Mangadai getting in there, really starting to help. And I think this is going to be a 2v1 fight soon. I don't think Bactria is going to have much he can do. And there we go. We do have Bactria slinging a bit of resources over to Hassan. However, Viper and Jordan playing this game just extremely well. They've exploited everything. Even the attacks have been attacked with have dealt with extremely well. And it looks like skirmishes. There's quite a few out. He could go for this. They might resign here just because it's about to be over. Here we go, fighting it out, fighting it out, fighting it out, losing a lot of units over here. Villagers killing off, well, villagers getting killed off here everywhere. And I'm saying this is just about to be GG. Cavalry archers have moved in, they are lacking upgrades of Jordans though. And yes, it's coming down to just a bit of a patrol fest there and an upgrade fest. Nothing too crazy. Viper trying to move up, however, not being able to exactly. Siege rams are moving in, of course, extra fast with that Mongol ability by the looks of things. Definitely, and that castle will be down any minute now. It looks like Jordan is doing an extremely good job at fighting off these cavalry archers, bringing in these siege rams as well, just to soak up as much damage as possible. They are running out across the map to try and deal with Jordan. Viper on this side over here, pushing up against this castle, and I reckon it's going to be GG any second. They're not going to be able to hold this, especially with so many plumed archers over here. Viper's forces on this side are pretty much going to go unchecked, which is a really important thing. Actually losing these as well, that's 400 gold gone. And Hassan about to run out of cavalry archers, so these plumed archers are actually saving the day on this side, however losing a lot of his economy over here, busting in with these siege rams. Hassan reduced to light cavalry and skirmishers by the looks of things. At least they're elite, that's not too bad. More of these castles going down right now for Bakhtiyarfur, and elite Mangudai still pushing out across the map, killing a lot of these units, and well, I don't think there's a lot they can do right now. They do have a lot of plumed archers in play, but apart from that, Jordan's massing up cavalry archers again extremely effectively, and they just he's losing his entire front here to Viper, moving in with these siege rams, playing an extremely effective game. Forward castle coming up as well. This is really bad. Trade is actually established for Jordan and Viper, walled off as well apart from this section here, but there is a castle up defending and there's a base between here, so I don't think they're exactly going to try and run through. Jordan getting that cavalry archer number extremely quickly there, and that's a lot of siege rams. I cannot see Bakhtiyarfur being able to deal with this. In fact, I reckon he'll GG out soon, because these are just going to absolutely power through his base, and plus with the Mangudai, it's not going to be able to do a lot about them. These guys are going to be able to take out any kind of Onager, Mangonel kind of power he tries to use. And there we go, those getting taken out there. It looks like Jordan running back in with the cavalry archers here, trying to get in close. Looks like he's trying to jump up on this hill to get a bonus here. Trying to soak up as much damage with these siege rams, however... Ooh, this is bad for Bakhtiyarfur. Once he loses these castles here, I don't think he has any more. And he's going to be forced back to Arbalest, which as we know aren't exactly as cost effective. And these plumed archers I reckon are all going to get smashed off here, which isn't going to be pretty. So many siege rams from Viper actually, and a lot of resources. And then we go, we actually have Bakhtiyarfur resigning out. Can see Hassan resigning out any second. Now let's jump back to, I think, Jordan. Did we start off looking at Jordan? I think we did. And there we go, Hassan GGing out as well, not winning the fight over here. An extremely good play towards the end there by Viper and Jordan. Extremely well played indeed. Thanks for watching, and that was a 2v2, something a little different.